anonymous. So anyway, we are here today and we wanted to show you around the store a little bit, and then we have some other things to share with you. But we're going to kind of traipse around the store, show you what's here, just because it's always fun to visit another quilt shop. And if you get the chance to come out here, it is well worth doing. And if you don't get the chance to come out here, you can always shop with them online. So every Wednesday, Patty, who's the owner, she does a What's New Wednesday live, I think at 9 a.m. local time, and which is central. And they will do a What's New Wednesday, and they show you all the new fabrics that they got in and new products. And I will say that one of the things that I really like about this shop is that she will get new things all the time. Like they get new fabric just about every day.
I'd say every Wednesday when they do that show, there are a minimum of 3 new lines and sometimes a dozen.
Sometimes a dozen. It's crazy. So if you are ever looking for modern fabrics, this is a great place to look. So you ready to go traipse around?
Let's go show them.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. See if we can do this. Can you walk backwards?
I can't.
You want me to walk backwards?
We're gonna do a side by side actually.
Okay, that's totally fine. Good. I don't have to be on the screen the whole time. Okay.
On the screen now.
Okay. All right, let's walk this way. So just stay close to me. So they have a huge selection. So bag making is really popular these days, and like it's getting more and more popular, which is awesome. So they have a whole selection of bag making stuff. We're going to see some of that, but they have a really great selection of canvas. And that's what all of this is different canvas. They've got Coca, they've got Ruby Star, they've got Moda. What else have we got here? I used this the other day. This is Robert Kaufman. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff.
I will try to move slow and steady, guys. Here we go.
I've got my Mettler thread that I love so much. Okay, it's not really mine, but I like it. Got tons of some wider stuff. These look like, see if I could see what a width was on it. They look wider than, right?
They do seem like bigger bolts.
So maybe 60-inch. They look like they're like the size of cuddle bolts. So all sorts of great stuff here. I absolutely love it. And one of the things that they do really well is have lots and lots of samples. So throughout the store, you're going to see great samples, and they label them so that you can actually go find the thing. So you kind of do a slow spin, Hawke. You can come around over here. And we can see these. Okay. So they've got lots of kits. They've got more bags. More bags. And then here they've got some canvas, and they've got wax canvas.
Those like pre-cuts.
And they're 1 yard and half yard cuts that they've got of wax canvas. So that's
show their prices. There you go.
So this is something that's sometimes hard to find. So if you're looking for wax canvas, this is the place to get it. They have recycled billboard stuff sometimes, but they don't seem to have any in stock right now because they kind of get it in bits and spurts.
Great bold colors and a bunch of really nice canvas prints as well.
Pre-cut ones, yeah. Those cats are adorable. Yeah, I like this one a lot too. Check that one out. That's fun. Little vintage clock. Yeah, so this is a great bag source. So you can see they have a ton of patterns and hardware, more patterns, more
biennial wall in the background.
Yep, the big old Sally Tomato thing here. So kind of any of the stuff that you might want, it's here.
Some of the new.
I'll let you swoop around that side.
Okay, I'm going to meet you over here. Great, cool.
So they have great zipper pulls.
Okay.
I've seen people ask about these a few times. Like, where do you find these?
Oh yeah, look at all these. They're like charms.
Yeah.
Right.
They're little charms for your pulls. Magnetic snaps that have colors on them.
What's that? Oh, that's
so for your bags, for where the magnet shows, it doesn't have to just be silver anymore.
Got it.
You can totally have colors. And look at this. I didn't see these before. The rickrack. This is not your grandmother's rickrack. It's probably very similar though.
Oh, I think it's so hungry. But it is labeled. So Hungry Hippie has got some really awesome metal zippers in here with the iridescent teeth. I love those. I think I saw a lady in your class a couple of days ago
Mm-hmm.
using one of those zippers.
Yep, exactly. She was. And then I wanted to show this too. So this is just more of the bag making stuff. She has a great selection of all the webbing.
Oh yeah, and the Renaissance ribbon.
Mm-hmm. Right. So all of the Tula stuff that you might want, plus lots of other ones. They have Coca here, and they've got some of these that have the hardware already on them.
Oh yeah, these pre-made
which
straps.
is really nice.
And if you're anybody is a Kansas City fan, and if you're anywhere near us, you are, and they're having a game today.
Yep.
Because this place is very, very much into their football. This is a cool option. These are cool options.
Yeah,
Go
they're
Chiefs.
super cool. And so there's just a bunch of stuff. They have the cotton ones around here. No, I don't see that. I mean, check out all the patterns. It's crazy how many different bag patterns there actually are. So that's kind of nutty. Okay, so let's wander here. So these are crosscut sewing. If you've never seen these are great little kits. So they actually come with the pattern, the fabric, everything you need in it, which is a great way to teach kids to sew or start a new project yourself. Is that you don't have to worry about all the little stuff that you need. But they're great for kids. So I know she uses these for the kids' classes.
And there is a whole kids classroom upstairs, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a little undeveloped right now.
It's getting there.
There's
so
a
lots
plan
of
for it.
stuff. Lots and lots of hand embroidery. All of that.
All up around the top.
Yep.
We'll get to more of that soon.
Mm-hmm. So these are cool frames
So
for your cross stitch, which is awesome, or your embroidery. Yeah, just really kind of and really interesting variety of stuff. And I think that's the thing that Patty's really good at. So you can walk back here and we'll show them the machines.
Oh yeah, they are fairly recently brother dealers.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, within the last year, I think
gotcha.
they've started selling machines.
You like your brothers, you know you like your Disney.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
if you want Disney stuff, that's the brand you have to get.
And they are running a crazy
Handy
Quilter sale right now on long arms. I know that Handy Quilter has definitely dropped the price on all of the long arms here. And I don't think we're allowed to advertise the pricing, but
no, we can't advertise the pricing, but it's a really good price. So they do quilting as well. And I've had her quilt up a number of my my tops.
I believe these are rental machines.
Yes.
Right. So you can rent time here on a long arm or a mid arm in this case as well.
And they do that with the kids classes. They've also got the Laura Stars.
Oh yeah.
The fancy irons.
We are definitely being pressured. We're being pressured to get into the Laura Star game. So you might see one of those
great things about
show up in the studio this year.
They've got all the scan and cut, which we have talked about in the community. We've talked about how several of us have these and don't really know how to use them. I am one of those. So I have the scan and cut, and I have several of these things, but I haven't really spent much time working with them. And so I really need to do that and actually learn a little bit more, because that's really cool. And this is that new print moda, which prints out on fabric. So you can kind of do your own special designs, which is, super cool if you do small crafts or even like for quilting blocks and stuff like that.
So to answer a catch you up question, we are at Casey Maker Studio here in Mission, Kansas, which is basically part of Kansas City. This is our old home turf.
Yes.
We love this shop.
This is my store away from home. Yeah, I've taught here a lot. I love this place. It's funny, the dress I wore the other day when I was teaching, then Patty told me like, oh, that was fabric you bought here. I was like, I wonder where I got that. Yeah, I have bought a lot of fabric here. So anyway, great store. And they are now having all of the brother machines here. So they've got sergers, and they've got, so that's going to be, I think that's going to be the overlock. It's a cover stitch. And then this is their straight stitch machine.
Oh yeah,
that's really nice. So if you're into bag making, that's a great machine to have
that's
too.
Your bag maker machine right there.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. All right. Okay. So you can look at all the pretty thread. I've got a ton of it. So they've got the Omni thread from Superior, and all of this is the glide from Filtech, which is really lovely.
From Superior, yeah, there we go.
It's more from Superior.
All right, so I hear Laura Heine in there having a big class, and by
there is a Laura Heine class going on. So Molly is the teacher.
Classroom number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell we might be Kansas City fans here.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Hi, good morning. All right, we're just gonna walk through.
so these are the projects they're working on. If you haven't looked at Laura Heine's stuff, let's stop and look at one. She teaches all the techniques. So Molly is here teaching that class, and basically it's collage quilting. So you fussy cut all of these pieces, put them on there, and then you quilt it. And that one is applique, and then this one here is actually quilted. And they just turn out really beautiful. We've got a bunch of kits, and where you can use your own fabric.
Are these laser cut?
No, you cut them out with a pair of scissors. Probably Karen K. Buckley's.
That sounds like a couple of days of fun.
Yeah. Look at all the cave flowers.
Wow,
That's
fussy cut
beautiful.
cake flowers.
Mhm.
Stitch, 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 stitch.
That's awesome. So yeah, they're really cool. I love a good class. So one of the things that they have here that a lot of stores don't is numerous classrooms. So they actually have several classes a day that they can do. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
So we're just going to kind of walk around the store. Oh yeah, they have a ton of cork there. And just a big store, lots of books, lots of little tchotchkes.
This is the front, obviously. That's your cutting stations and your.
So if we turn this way, I think this is
Three registers.
the Andover section. Yep. So here's the Juicy Juice. I was thinking that's Juicy Juice fabric. So we're gonna have Juicy Juice and oh no, her name just slipped out of my head. Allison Glass
And Sarah.
is all in there. Yes, Sarah Maywood or Maxwell.
There we go.
And I can't tell what that.
So they have designers and fabric manufacturers in
this is
each in their own room.
Yes, and this is the Anna Maria stuff. So I was like, that doesn't seem quite like it. So lots of Anna Maria stuff, and yeah, they kind of break them out. It is a very modern store, so it's funny because one time I came and I needed some reproduction fabric, and they were like, "Oh, we don't do reproduction," so I had to go to a different store for that. But it is all modern stuff. You can show off these little dividers; they're so pretty. All the little displays. So many things to look at. Every time I come, I just kind of wander around and ogle. Okay, we can kind of swirl around here. Here's the Tula Pink and Cave room.
You guys thought that the Tula Pink hardware and the whipping and all that stuff was good. That's all Tula. There might be a little of it, and she has the new Untamed line in, obviously.
Yep.
So this is actually, I think, Free Spirit.
It's Free Spirit.
There we go.
But the bulk of it is Cave and Tula in here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then they've got the Seth Apter and Tim Holtz and who is this? This is
so many great colors.
Oh, this is new Valerie Wells.
Okay, I'll come around there nice and slow. There's Tula.
You can go up and show my little Ben the Beginner Bear that I made out of Tula fabric for her.
Oh,
he's so cute. So that's a Funky Friends factory pattern. And
pretty guys.
Boop. Boop. Super cute. This is new Valerie Wells, which she's from Sisters Oregon. She's the one who her and her mom run the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show in Sisters Oregon every July. And so she recently came up, well, not super recently. She used to be with Free Spirit. She went to Robert Kaufman. She came back to Free Spirit. I love her stuff because it's very nature inspired. So she's got all the flowers and yeah, fun stuff. I'm like, oh, that's what that fabric is. I have a few of these at home. I hadn't.
And you don't remember who
they're just pretty.
The designer is.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to say that's one thing that I'm very excited about. There will be an announcement later, but I love the fact that moving forward, you are going to be able to show us what fabric moves you.
Yes. Very excited about that. I'm going to work with the fabric I love, which is awesome. So tons of rulers. They've got block lock rulers, which I love. They're really good. We were a little bit worried. Fairly recently, the woman who started and ran Block Lock Ruler, she passed away. And so we were kind of worried about what would happen. And Jagger Distributors, they recently bought the company. So the Block Lock Rulers will continue to be made and will be available in stores. So that's good news because I was a little worried because I really do love them.
There's
so
Deb Tucker's,
Stripology stuff.
Right? Oh,
yep, Deb Tucker. who we got to see at Quilt Festival.
Absolutely.
So that was kind of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
and Here
Lots of
is-
great stuff.
I think this
See
is
if we-
all like Halloween prints, right? This is kind of the area where they sort of flex into whatever
Mhm.
whatever holiday is coming up. So
Yeah, this
you
one is
know,
probably like the leftover stuff, but a lot of it is like, yeah, this is Riley Blake. A bunch of it is Riley Blake. And is that? Oh, this is that new poppy cotton, which you might have seen in places. It's a new fabric company, and yeah, they've only been around for a couple of years. Really cute stuff. Really cute stuff. So, and then I think we go into the Christmas. So all the patterns are here, the pre-cuts, little kits, lots of kits here, which I really do like. So yeah, some really fun stuff. Panels. We've got kind of it all. Ooh, look at this one. I'm like, oh no.
oh, architecture.
I love this
Words.
sort of stuff.
Teresa
I
has
really do.
an affinity for textiles with
I
topography.
have to.
She
Yeah, I
likes
have
the
a thing.
letters.
So I like the letters, I like the maps, I love all that sort of stuff. It's really cool. So we can kind of wander through here and we'll just kind of walk by this stuff if you want to
Okay,
do that, Hawk.
So we
We'll
were
kinda talk it up.
way over there with the machines, and now
Mhm.
we came across the front of the store, and we have that whole section.
Yeah. So
to
we're just going
go.
to kind of walk
This is-
by and talk about it, just so you guys can see it, because I think it's always fun to see what is out there.
This is
And if you're-
blenders and
Yeah, and if your local shop doesn't carry
Solids.
it. So remember, you're tied to my. Oh, you're not tied to my mic.
nope. I've
Okay,
got
great.
a mic here too, which
Um,
means we're talking over each other.
it's okay.
Sorry, folks.
A little bit. Yeah, so these are all blenders. You said that. Exactly. Oh, look at that. That's cute. It's a pickle pickle pie dish, pickle dish. I guess what that's called.
And
That
it's a
pattern.
little- okay, got it.
Mhm.
It's a little kit. Wait, are those? Is that like cheater?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Denise Schmidt cheater. That's even better.
Nice.
I really love Denise Schmidt. Yeah, she's got beautiful patterns. Chiefs. Always with the Chiefs. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. These are some of my favorite panels that have all the national parks, which,
Oh, yeah.
you might know we have an affinity for those too. Yeah.
What was back in there? Oh, that was all
This is-
the artist paintbrush stuff, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Paintbrush Studios.
Paintbrush Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all
It's
a lot
a
of
bunch of-
KC fabrics in there, Jayhawks,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So if you're like, whatever his name is, Kelsey?
Travis, yeah. Kelsey.
Yeah. Okay. I never really got into the sports thing. If you're looking for that fabric or the Taylor Swift fabric, they've got it here. And then this is the cuddle section, which is how I ended up teaching here a bunch. So they have big selection of cuddle.
And
And
we're going to talk about samples across the top because you made all of
all of the
these.
samples are mine. Yeah, all the stuffed animals. all of
And
everything.
one of Teresa's most amazing pieces ever, I'm going to scan over here. Here you go. That is Cuddle Paper Pieced.
Yep. So that's the Wolf Abstractions quilt
I'm going to
by Violet Craft.
to it.
It's a paper pieced pattern, and we've talked about it before on Sew Together Tuesdays. Basically, I trace out the pattern on a fusible woven interfacing and then add seam allowances and piece it all together. So
Yeah.
the pattern is paper piecing, but I don't paper piece it. So it is a little different.
Yeah, if you ever were wondering whether or not you could do something like that with Cuddle, yes.
In
yes,
fact, you can. Yes, and they have a ton of this like super fluffy stuff. They've got the shearling, which I really love.
Which one's that?
The blue one left.
Oh,
That one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is one of my favors. We used it for the ottoman, and
Ottoman.
it's great
Yeah,
for
the
that. I've used it for
Sforno
coats, and
ottoman.
it's great for that too. It's a little not as stretchy. So it's not really stretchy, which I really like for apparel. So, and then all the little stuffed animals that I made. That's the hedgehog.
And
Boop boop. So this is Ellie the elephant. Funky Friends Factory has all these patterns.
Yep.
So then that one is the signature bear, Calico signature bear.
Yep.
And then we've got the hedgehog. I can't remember what Harriet, I think might be its name. And then we've got Ben the beginner bear again, but this time made in Cuddle. The last one we showed you was the Tula, and then another Ellie the elephant. And that one is the larger one, and the one that we showed you over here, I think, is the regular size one.
Gotcha.
So they're a little different sizes. And then a little lambkin that's laying down up there.
Okay. Let's see
That's
what
also at 150%. So he's much larger than you would get if you just made the pattern normally. I think he's super cute.
boop, boop.
Boop. Very fun. So they've got all the patterns and almost everything you see here. If you check out their online store, I think you're going to find just about everything there. They're pretty good about keeping stock. So yeah, tons of patterns. I really love this one.
What's that?
It's Northern Lights from So Kind of Wonderful. That's really pretty.
It's a little spacey, sciencey.
It's
Which
cool.
means I kind of like it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Classroom number 2.
So this is a smaller classroom that can fit like about 12 people. Like we said, people love their sports here, so they're
the game's on.
they're watching sports while they're playing. Oh no, we need to come in here real quick because Rosie's in here with her coat.
Oh.
And her Ben the Beginner Bear that we did in classes this week. So we have to come see them. So she's, what are you doing there? Are you sewing its arm shut?
Yes,
Is that what you're doing? Can we see your bear?
Bear.
He's so cute. So yeah, we made that in class this week. Really cute Christmassy one.
Yeah.
I really love it. Nice work.
Thank you.
And then the coat is there. Can we see that too while we're here? Good morning.
Be a model for us, Rosie.
Oh, it is.
No,
25 after.
no.
That's correct.
There we go.
I've still got a belly
Check
full
that
of
out.
breakfast. It's morning.
All right. Let's pull it back so we can see her whole coat because it is awesome. And she just finished the bindings on the cuffs this week because we were here in August and we did it. And she got almost done. And then
All of a sudden, I had to come back.
then we waited a little while and finished it up.
See
So
the back?
it turned
I love
out so
It's got a
good.
great hood. Oh, and you
Yeah.
bound all the insides. Awesome.
She probably won't. Probably not. It looks totally different now. Oh, and this is one of the So Kind of Wonderfuls. Is this Posh Santa?
It is Posh Santa.
Yeah. The really
Ah.
cute one.
Oh, all of these classrooms have the most amazing design walls.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much every available surface is for you.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
So a bunch of Zen chic patterns, which I really, so while it's modern, there's not just one type of modern, like there's all sorts of stuff here. We're going to show off the garment room. So they've got lots of garment sewing stuff, including my patterns. Oh no, we need to get elemental coats in here. They're gone.
Oh, we have
They were here yesterday.
and they're all, that's right. We'll get to
So this little stack of fabrics is for the Wild Friends. So if you're interested in making this quilt, these are the ones that I personally hand cut these fat quarter bundles for you. Oh, they're not fat quarter, they're long, 9-inch, they're quarter yard, but they're not fat. But they are made for the Wild Friends. And they're the only store that I know of that carries them.
Got it. So that, I mean, really, that's a lot of ombres. So
Yeah, I think it's,
if you had to buy that
can't
on your
remember.
own, not only would you have a hard time finding it,
Yeah.
you might go broke.
yeah, I think it's like 16 or something like that. It's a bunch of different fat quarters. So, and they are, it's specifically made for the Wild Friends version. So if you need it, there you go. That's where it's at. So this room has all sorts of flannel, and it's going to have the linen. It has the shot cottons. It has knits. It has batiks. She's got all of that stuff in here. I love the variety that she has. So I think that this is one of those things that's a little bit harder to find sometimes, are shops that carry garment fabrics and a good just variety of patterns. She has a bunch of cashmerette patterns, which if you have not seen those patterns, those are fabulous. She makes them for curvy girls. And
Shout out to curvy girls.
that's right. They're awesome patterns. They're great. I've probably made several of these patterns that are here. It's kind of funny. I'm like, oh, I made that. I made that. I made that.
And
So this is just
obviously
a
all
fun-
kinds of interfacing and
all the
stuff that you
interfacing.
might need.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but Pellon filed bankruptcy maybe like a month ago or something like that. So everybody kind of panicked. I don't know what's really going to happen. I think it's probably partially due to the whole Joanne thing. So there's a new brand to look for, and it is this one here. So it's called Calidel.
All right, I'm going to turn the camera sideways. Everybody bear with me and see what happens. Just a little. There we go. Kelly Dell.
So you can
It's
read
actually being made by Checker, the distributor company.
it. So it's within the sewing quilting
And
industry.
they swear they will only sell this to local quilt shops.
To local quilt shops. So all
I
of
heard
those
them say it.
things that you might have been like, I can't find them anywhere, the local quilt shops will be carrying this brand. And I did buy it the other day just to test it and to see like, how does it actually work? I really liked it. So I did try the woven interfacing because that's kind of my favorite. And it worked great. So
Question?
2 thumbs up for me.
Do we have corduroy?
I have bought corduroy here before. So let's see if she's
Let's go
got
on a hunt.
any right now. She had some micro whale, which is the really skinny stuff.
Okay. By the way, I'm just learning what shot cottons are, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a whole bunch of these over here while you're looking for corduroy.
Here it is.
This is awesome. I love this stuff.
Shot
I
cottons are
think it's
beautiful.
so pretty. It has so much texture, and yet it still holds a color.
Mhm.
So that's great. And I'm
Wait,
going
yeah.
to work on some of that. Okay, slowly coming around. Oh yeah, there we go. Some micro corduroy for sure.
So this is the micro whale, and whale is the little ridges. So this is micro whale. This one I have made an elemental coat out
Yeah,
of.
let's see if we can.
The lovely sound of corduroy. So these are printed corduroys. These are 2 micro whales that are not printed. These are both printed corduroy as well. And then all of these are a little bit larger.
Oh yeah, these
corduroys.
are maybe your more traditional corduroys that have a little.
Yep. Nice. So
Yeah,
some very traditional neutral colors there. We've got black, browns, blue, green, grays. Yeah, those are fabrics that are harder to find, and I really appreciate the fact that she has that sort of stuff. So CaseyMakerStudio.com is their website if you want to look them up. Yeah, lots of patterns.
blow up their shipping department, folks.
More, and then they have a ton. Oh, sorry. So over here, what do we have? What are these? These look like these are not batiks. 7-berry is what those are.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
And I
Oh,
love
and then
how they
this-
have this is all like a blue and white wall.
Yeah, and this stuff is I think this is Moda. Yeah, this is Moda, and this is already pieced patchwork stuff.
Whoa,
It's really pretty.
it's not even cheater.
No, it's not cheater. It's actually pieced. So if you ever want to make a coat or
This is
dress
like
or
kind of
something
a
that looks patchworky,
Cute, scrappy.
super easy to use.
Be a nice base to put some applique or something on over top
Do a little
of it.
embroidery.
Yeah.
Is this one? No, this one is actually a cheater. So this one is not.
and it looks a little like Cantha
Sashiko,
cloth
yeah.
or Sashiko. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lady who made a coat like this in Minneapolis when we were at GE Designs.
Oh, got it.
So then if you kind of swing around here, you can see they have, each one of these have a little section, but they have all of the selection of the Kona solids. So they carry all of them, however many they are. There used to be 365. I don't know how many there are now. And then they've got all of the, what brand is that? That's the Dear Stella, I think. Yeah. Dear Stella here with all of their little spotty stuff, which is super cute.
It's almost like solids, but with bonus fun.
Reads as a solid, but has a little texture, which is kind of my favorite. Yeah.
So
really
it's
like
kind of
the
how I
texture.
feel about the shot cottons too.
Right. Exactly. So more sort of blender fabrics, but these are definitely prints. So
Lots of
good ones
grunges
to-
in here, and
it makes it really fun to piece together a quilt here because they do have all of these blenders, these fun ones. You could pick a really great print.
look at all of those black and white and gray tones available.
Yeah,
We're
white
gonna-
on whites, black on blacks.
In our
Yeah.
retreat, we're going to talk all about value, and I kind of wish we were doing it here. This would be a great conversation.
Maybe we have a bonus day where we get to come here. So we can come in here and we can show. So up there is so we've got a legit kits here. That's the posh Santa that she's working on.
There's the finish on it.
Mhm.
Got it.
So there's just quilts everywhere in this place.
And then I lay down all.
There's a clearance
A
room.
couple of more legit kits over there.
Yep.
Donkey.
Yep. Way over there. We missed it when we came in. We had the opportunity. Way over there on the wall are my Mirth quilts.
Oh
You
yeah.
see 'em way over there.
So this is the other end of classroom number 1. The big
It's really,
classroom.
it's a great space. They've got,
And they've got
obviously.
there's a kitchen and there's restrooms in the
Mhm.
back, but the kitchen is nice. It's got a customer only fridge
Yeah,
and
yeah. Plenty of place. And then this is the last little room section here. So this used to be a bunch of offices is what they are. They have rearranged it so that there are these little rooms that are obviously like a theme. And
So
these are
what's
all the
this
wide
theme?
backs.
Oh, okay, wide backs. Got it.
So this is all the backing fabric.
Love this Vincent Van Gogh Starry Starry
Mhm.
Night wide back. That's great. I haven't spent any time in this room.
Yeah, there's some really lovely stuff. That's kind of a newer thing. I remember when I was working at Fabric Depot in like 2013, I think 2013, 2014, and there was a small section of them, and it was really kind of only one brand that did them. And now it's a bunch of different brands do them. A lot of them are digital, so they have a wide variety of stuff, but a lot of them are still traditional screen prints, some very cool
I want to
stuff.
comment
And
on
then,
a comment on a
yeah.
comment. Yes, Teresa has a ridiculous amount of knowledge about fabric and fabric companies and fabric designers and fabric uses and why you might want this or that. And it didn't come out a lot before because we were talking about one brand, and
that's
now
true.
you guys are about to get the flood.
Yeah, this is definitely, I have sewn for 40 years and I've worked in the industry for about 15. So there's a lot in there. Yeah, this is actually, it's not pieced, but it looks like it is. I really like that. That's fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
these
that's
are
a
like
Wyndham.
staggered so that they look like they're overlapping.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
it's really cool. It's like a mattress plaid. It's really awesome. And then she has a ton of the cuddle yardage,
Oh, yeah,
the 3
2 yard
yard.
cut.
So she's got the
Oh,
3
the
yard
3 yards.
cuts. And then she's got it obviously still on the bolt. And then these are new. If you have been following, they have new printed wide cuddle, the 90 wide for backings, which I think is really fun. This is one of my favorites.
That's a great idea. That's super helpful. I mean, the solids are absolutely, that's a no-brainer. These
Yeah.
are a little bit more risky for them to do, and yet I feel like this is something everybody was asking.
I think, yeah, and I think they're really good. They'll still show off the quilting design in it, not quite as well as this would, but that means that if you're new to quilting and you want to do some like your free motion quilting and you're trying it yourself, you'll still be able to do the quilting on here, have not everything show quite as perfectly, and everyone will be amazed because your backing is so soft.
I feel called out.
Why? What was that?
I feel like maybe I need to get some of that for the,
Wasn't trying to call you.
No, I know.
But I always say, like, if you're going to put it on the back of a quilt, make it luxe or make it a print, because that way, if your lines aren't straight or your quilting isn't perfect, it's going to be fine. Nobody will see it. And I feel like that's where these come in. So if I were going to do long arming, which I'm not, that's what I would start with. Yeah. So anyway, great selection here, and you can buy the 3 yard cuts already done, which is really nice. So it's a great way to do it. All right. Do you want to head back?
Let's go back.
All right.
We have a whole bunch of other content besides just this amazing shop
Amazing
tour.
store. Yeah, it is just so beautiful.
Also, it feels like we're in a ship because giant portholes.
Yes. And so many quilts.
But it's great.
Do you know how many coats I could make out?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I do actually have some idea how many coats you could make out of all this fabric.
I do love them.
Speaking of which, we're going to come up right by the front door here. And there's a Lone Star.
Yep.
That was Teresa and I's first collaborative where I got to do the quilting. And again, Shannon fabrics on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerously white.
But it stayed pretty good.
It did. I managed to not get it all dirty while I was.
And I always tell people this is like the second thing that you quilted.
Super crinkly, yummy.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been washed yet. It's just It's just what's going on.
It's just super good.
And yeah, fun hood. There we go.
Yep. Okay. So we need to find a new place to sit. Patty, can we introduce you really quick?
Sure.
So this is Patty Meyer. She's the owner of Casey Maker. She's the one that made me start doing my coat pattern. So thanks, Patty. I appreciate it. We've been just showing off the store and telling everybody how great it is. So I told you we got here 5 weeks after you opened. Is that right?
Yeah,
It was something like that.
Been 3. It was really soon.
Yeah, it was quickly after you had opened. So yeah, that's kind of funny. But before that, you worked from your house and you sold fabric like
Mhm.
online. Then you started the shop here. Well,
Right,
down there.
right. I long-armed taught
Oh, that's
classes
right.
first, and then sold fabric for about a year and a half
Got
before I opened up.
Got
So,
it. Got it. So how long have you been officially open now? It's just over 3 years. Is that right?
yeah, it was 3 years
Yeah.
in July. So
So
almost three and a half.
crazy. Congratulations.
So thank you.
Yeah.